I budget by paycheck using the zero-based budget method. Let's get right into it. Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Nikki. If you are returning, welcome back. Now, I was sitting here recording a TikTok showing basically how I budget my paycheck, and I was like, you know what, this would be a great YouTube video. And I know people are trying to get in control of their finances in 2025, and maybe you have just got paid just like I got paid, and you do not know how to budget out your paycheck, or maybe you want to start taking budgeting a little bit more seriously. So today's video is definitely going to be for you, because I'm actually going to be pulling out my notebook and actually walking you step by step on how I actually budget my paycheck using the zero-based budget method. Let's get right into it. First thing first, I take out my budget notebook. Y'all know I like to budget inside of this happy planner. This is an old happy planner. I always get a lot of compliments on this planner, but this is an old happy planner. I do not use the planner part of it. All I use is the cover page and the dividers, because they are already broken down month to month, and I love the colorful rings on it. But this is how I actually do what is called a zero-based budget when it comes to every single paycheck that I am paid. So the first thing I do is I write down the pay date. So today is actually my pay date. The date of filming this video is January 17th, 2025. And then I come down to this section and I write out my income. So this is paycheck number 2 for me. I budgeted at $2,000. Where do I get $2,000 from? I go through all of my paychecks from 2024 and I see what paycheck were the lowest. And then I kind of like just round down. So if my paycheck was like $2,035, I'm going to budget at $2,000, and I'm going to keep that as my blueprint or my base for what my paychecks is always going to be. So my paycheck was actually $2,110.40. And then what I had remaining, the remaining amounts comes from the content creation money, because I do get paid weekly on that. And on certain occasions when I'm doing brand deals, money come in through that as well. I don't necessarily include it, but when I actually do my paycheck budget routine, I include all of the income that's in all of my different accounts. And what I had remaining or in all of my accounts were $1,056.97, which gave me a total income this pay period of $3,167.37. Then the next thing I do is I come down here, and this is where I'm actually going to be filling out my bills and expenses. So how do I know what my bills and expenses are? I'm going to come to my calendar, because I do this before the month even begins, and I write down every single thing that I'm going to be doing that month. If I have any plans, if some sneakers are going to come out, whatever is going to be going on, I'm going to write it down in here, or I may have it on a notepad in my phone or something like that. So everything in pink, I know that when I'm actually paid, I have to take care of all of these bills and expenses up until the next time that I'm paid, because these are the bills that actually, this is the day that I'm paid, and these are the bills that, need to be paid with that paycheck. So that's exactly what I do. I come over here and I write everything down, and then I total everything up. So when I total all of the bills and expenses that I have on my undated or my calendar portion, it comes up to $1,370.71. Now, I know that I have mortgage due on the first of the month every single time. And although I didn't put it right here, because usually I don't know what my paycheck is going to be. I don't know how much money I'm going to have remaining. Like most of us, we don't know, because sometimes throughout the weeks, we spend a little bit more than we, anticipated on spending. Or something comes up where we get a flat tire, or emergency happens, or something like that, where we have to dip back into our savings. And that's exactly what I did this month so far. So what I've actually did so far, I had to dip into my savings because I wanted to pay off of a credit card. So if we go back to my let's see, if we go back to my expense tracker, you will see right here that I paid $892.12 on the 6th of January, because I knew that this credit card statement was going to close by the 8th, and I wanted to have this balance down or paid off before that date, so I can get a higher credit score. And I paid it off using the money in my savings account, because at that point I didn't have an extra $892.12 just lying around. Now, I did make it a goal to actually take care of this credit card this month. So I knew that I'm going to be able to make that $892.12 back to be able to put back into my savings while still putting the $250 aside that I'm automatically saving each time that I'm paying. So now we come back to my paycheck budget. And I know that the mortgage payment is going to be coming up on February 1st. So instead of me actually putting it on the worksheet to take out $750, I'm going to go ahead and take out the $750. Sometimes I'll take out the whole entire mortgage on one paycheck. It just all depends on what all I have going on. But being that I didn't have a whole lot of bills during this pay period, I wanted to go ahead and take care of half of the mortgage payment. So I put my half to the side. I know that I wanted to do yard work. Now, this is not on the calendar portion because this came up throughout the month, and we were talking about, just, treating the grass and, by the springtime and stuff like that. And we was looking at some different stuff that we could use for the grass, and we came up with the amount. So it was over $400. I'm going to send $200 and he's going to put $200, and that's going to cover the yard work, and hopefully our yard will be looking nice when grass starts to grow in the spring. Now, I also know that I'm having company this weekend. So $200 is going to be my budget for fun this weekend. I'm kind of hoping that I can kind of stay with this budget. This usually is something that I actually give to myself, but I also want to host my guests. I don't want her to have to actually pay for anything that much. So I'm actually really trying to really thoroughly plan this all out. And then I also know that there are some sneakers that's supposed to drop this month. I'm not exactly sure if they're going to be coming out in my size. I haven't really seen any dates on it besides the date that I actually saw when I started researching sneakers that I wanted this year. So this may be a maybe. This may can go back into my savings account. I'm not exactly sure right now. But for us right now, we taking out $200 and putting aside for sneakers because your girl loves sneakers, y'all. I'm going to have to do a video on my sneaker collection because one of my followers asked about that, and I'm definitely going to do that. Now, when I total everything up with the half of my mortgage payment, the yard work, fun, and sneakers, it gives me a total of $2,720.21. And then I do the zero-based budget, which is income minus expenses should equal zero. So I did my income of $3167.37, and I subtracted my bills and expenses of $2,720.21, and I'm left with $447.16. Now, because I've already taken care of everything that I wanted to do, now I do know that I gotta pay myself back that $800 and something. So because I have $447.16 left, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that into my savings because I still need to get that $892 back into my savings so that I can be on track with my savings goal by the end of the year. So $447.16 subtract $447.16 equals zero, and that's exactly how you would do a zero-based budget. Now you have saw my method on how I budget my paycheck using a zero-based budget method and why I love it so much. Now, I've been using this method for a few years now, and I absolutely love it. It actually allows me to see exactly where my money is going, and it's giving me control. It's allowing me to tell my money what to do and not it telling me what to do. So I hope this video was extremely helpful to those that may be trying to get in control of their finances, that may be trying to learn a new budgeting method when it comes to budgeting out their paycheck. If you are interested in a simple way to get organized with your finances, I do have these worksheets available for sale. If you are interested in them, I will link them down below in the description box. But y'all let me know in the comments what other budgeting videos would you like to see from me, and I'll see you in the next video.